Hello everyone. In this video, we will talk about the different parts of speech. In the previous video, we answered an exercise that tackled the parts of speech or some of the parts of speech that we may face in the SAT. Okay, so there are 7 parts of speech that are tested on the SAT. The first part of speech that an SAT test tests you whether you know about it or not is the verb. Okay, so let's look at this sentence. I have an idea, right? So have is a verb. Other examples of verbs are seem, go, walk. Okay, to seem, to go, to walk. All right, so a verb is the part of speech that indicate an action or state of being. So verbs are action words, all right, words that reflect action. And we have singular verbs and plural verbs. Let's have a look at this, at the conjugational verb to be with I. So I am, all right? So I is a singular pronoun. So it takes a singular verb. We is a plural pronoun, and it takes a plural verb, all right? And of course, the past of am is was, and the past of are is were. All right, so again we have singular verbs and plural verbs. Singular verbs go with singular nouns and pronouns, and plural verbs go with plural nouns and pronouns, right? Singular verbs go with singular pronouns, so I say I have, but here have also go with plural pronouns. Okay, this is an exception, you know. I have and we have, all right. You also takes have, but he, she, and it, which are singular pronouns, they take has. All right, this is an exception of the rule with this verb. But for most of the verbs, with he, she, and it, we put an S to the verb to indicate a singular verb or that comes after a singular pronoun or noun. We will get to know this more when we will practice the different questions of the SAT writing and language. We will see how we are tested on this, all right? But for the time being, I'm giving you a brief idea about how identifying a verb or a case of verb is being tested in an SAT test. Okay, we also have the verb to do. Okay, and verb to do with he and she and it becomes the conjugation of verb to do with he, she, and it is does. Okay, the girl plays tennis every day. So S indicates a singular verb that comes with a singular noun. All right, we kept saying noun and pronoun, so we already know that a girl, from the previous example, this is a noun. All right, so nouns are words that are used to indicate specific people or places or things. Okay, nouns are preceded by articles. So a noun can always be preceded by a or an or the, and we'll come to know more about articles, but maybe in a different situation, because they are not really tested in the SAT. Okay, so the man drove his car down the street to his house. All of these words are nouns: man, car, street, and house. All of these words are nouns. The actor moved across the stage to salute the audience. Okay, actor, stage, and audience, all of these words are nouns. Pronouns. Pronouns replace nouns. So instead of saying Mary loves basketball, I'd say she. She refers to Mary. All right? It refers to basketball. So Mary loves basketball. She plays it every day after school. All right? So instead of repeating Mary and sounding redundant or repetitive, we will use the pronoun instead of the noun once we refer to it in the next time. So we first mention the noun, and then when we refer to it back, okay, in the coming part of the sentence or in the next phrase, we will use the pronoun instead of using the noun again. So instead of say Mary, 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 the basketball, this is actually sounds awkward. In English, we use nouns, and then we whenever we mention this noun again, we will use a pronoun to identify it. Okay? Peter walks to school with Russell and Mark. He meets them at the corner. He refers to Peter, okay? Them refers to Russell and Mark. The pronouns, personal pronouns, are often referred to in the following manner. First person singular, it's I. So I is a singular noun, okay? First person singular, you. So you is a singular noun as well, all right? Third person singular is he, she, and it, or the one. First person plural, we. Second person plural, you. Third person plural, they. And all of these take a plural verb, okay? Prepositions. Let's look at this sentence. The dog ran under the fence and the neighboring yard in only a matter of seconds. So under, in, and of are prepositions. Okay? Maybe we all know that these words are preposition and we are familiar with them, but we have some words that are prepositions, but we don't know actually that these words are prepositions, like past, like minus and plus. All of these are preposition. 1 minus 2. Minus is 2 minus 1, sorry. Minus is a preposition, okay? He began to drive slowly past the houses, okay? Past is a preposition, right? This table includes many prepositions, okay? This table, as I told you, includes most of the prepositions that we will see in the SAT, okay, or that are tested in the SAT language and writing test. So please familiarize yourself with them. Okay? Adjectives. The class was so boring that I thought I would fall asleep. Boring refers to the class. It describes the class. Okay? So adjectives describe nouns. Right? Noun is a class is a noun. Okay, and I'm describing it by being boring. So boring describes the class. So boring is an adjective. The amazing view left them at loss of words. Okay? Here, amazing describes view, and view is a noun. All right? So amazing is an adjective. So this is the fifth part of speech that is tested on the SAT. Adjectives describe nouns and pronouns. Okay? Because as we said before, nouns or pronouns replaces each other, you know? So large, pretty, interesting, exceptional, smart, ugly, okay? All of these are adjectives. Part of speech number 6, we said that we have 7 parts of speech that are tested on the SAT test, okay? So the part of speech number 6 that we will talk about today is the adverb. What's an adverb? Just like the adjectives, we said adjectives describe nouns, all right? Adverb describe verbs, all right? So adjectives describe nouns and adverbs describe verbs, all right? She smiled brightly. So the word brightly describes the way of her to smile, okay? Brightly describe the process of smiling, okay? So she smiled brightly at him when he entered the room. He came quickly to the club. Quickly describes his motion, his coming, all right? So quickly is an adverb because it describes the verb came. He came quickly to the club, okay? Rapidly, mildly, aggressively, well, past, boldly, very. All of these are adverbs. Very is an adverb here because it describes the verb. He moved very quickly. Okay, so very here is an adverb. All right. Very can be it could be an adjective too because we say she's very beautiful. Okay, so very could be an adverb or an adjective depending on the word that comes after it or the word that it modifies or describes. Okay? Conjunction. Conjunctions actually are words that link between sentences or ideas. All right? So here, but links between two or coordinates or kind of give you a smooth transition between the first idea and the second idea in this sentence. Okay, Alice went to the dentist, but first she went to the candy store. Okay, here, but comes in the middle of the sentence. The conjunction here is placed in the middle of the sentence, but we can also place a conjunction, or a conjunction may come at the beginning of the sentence, like this conjunction. Because it rained yesterday, the ceremony was held indoors. All right? So conjunctions act as transitions between words or sentences, between ideas. Okay. Examples of conjunctions are and, but, however, therefore, since, so, because, yet, although. All right. Why we learn about parts of speech? It's very important to know about parts of speech because it will help you to produce error-free writing. It will help you to avoid run-on sentences because you'd be able to identify them. All right. Number two, it will help you also to produce complete sentences or correct sentences, and it will help you to avoid fragment writing, producing fragments and meaningless language construction. Okay.